I just am coming off of a 2-day retreat with one of my corporate clients that I've been working with for about a year now, and not the entire time. Well, we've been working hard together for the last 3 months-ish, and we just came off the second retreat that they did. They loved the retreat last year so much that we did that they wanted another one. Okay, and so, and quite frankly, these retreats exhaust me simply because I give 1,000%. I leave all of me on the table. I go in and I'm dialed in. I'm eating right before I get there. I'm taking care of myself. I'm focused. I'm not checking my phone. I'm fully present. I'm totally engaged and fully on for these guys. I don't leave anything on the table in any kind of thing that I do. It's just part of my personality. And especially with this team, I have come to just love this stinking team like they're my own kids. And partly because they're so stinking young and they're so talented and they're so receptive and they're so coachable and they're so eager and hungry to learn more. They just eat it up. I mean, I had a guy say, I was kind of mad at you last year for the retreat, and I really didn't expect a whole lot this retreat. And he was like, but I don't want to wait a year to do this again. Can you do one-on-one coaching? Right. Like, and on and on. Like, they say all the time, like, we don't want to wait a year to do this again. But there was a circumstance with one of the guys on the team, and we had fleshed out that he was feeling like he wasn't deserving to be in such an amazing company with such amazing people, and that somehow he was different and he didn't deserve to be there. And we worked through that in a really powerful way. And I shouldn't say too much because it might freak people out, but anyway, there was because we do some serious work at these things. We're not just doing. One of the clients said this is like not a rah-rah corporate. It's not another corporate rah-rah session, is what he said. He's like, we actually dig in and get crap done, right? Whatever. But anyway, as we're working through this with this guy in a room of 30 people, I mean, there's 30 people in there, and he's on the hot seat, if you will, and not in a bad way. He had shared and opened up, and he's like, I just don't. I could see it. He's like, I don't deserve to be here. And he said it twice. And so I called him out on it. And I was like, hold up, team. Like, we've got to flesh something out with this guy, because he's phenomenal. He's a phenomenal. He was responsible for 2/3 of the revenue from the company last year from this guy. This guy, I was like, oh my God, his team loves him. They work their butts off for him. And his sales team just crushes it for him. And he sat there and was not believing in himself. And I put a hard stop. To the meeting. And I just said, hold on, we got to deal with this issue here. I was like, I heard you said it twice, and once is enough, twice is too much. And we flushed it out and we worked through it. And I just got an email from him about the impact that moment was, that I took that time to see him, to recognize him, and to give him belief, even if he didn't have it in the moment, my belief in him. And he got to hear how his team feels about him, how the owner of the company feels about him, how the other departments feel about him. And he just sent an amazing email. And I got to be honest, there's days I have insecurities just like everyone else. And some days there's days where I'm just like, God, is the work that I do, does it really change people's lives? And getting emails like this and just hearing from people the transformation. I'm just the messenger, right? Like, there's nothing special about me. I just simply deliver the message that can for whatever reason, I've been given all these life experiences that have led up to a culmination of all of this wisdom, knowledge, whatever it is, if you will, in order to be able to give this to people and to hear from him the radical change. And I've heard from several of them, but they're all just as emotional. This is the first one that I decided to document. There's been four different times that I've been bawling since I left just 36 hours ago, because there was so much shift in people, and they're so grateful, and it's radically shifting their life. And so, I don't know. I just wanted to share that experience, that if you this is, even if your team is dialed in, even if you think you're dialed in, this work will radically transform your life in a way that there's no words for it. In fact, he said that. He's like, I don't even have words to say what you've done for me. I don't have words to even say it. And anyway, just a super emotional moment that I just wanted to share, and encourage people. If all of us question our value and our ability to serve and make a change in the world, right? And at the end of the day, that's really what we all want to do to some extent. And even this guy, who is just crushing it and leading a phenomenal team, and his teammates adore him, absolutely adore him. He was questioning whether he deserved to be there. He wrestled with belief in himself. And so I just want to encourage you guys, if there's any moment that you can encourage anyone who might be struggling, give them encouragement. Life is hard. There's enough ugly going around, especially with everything going on in the world, and 70 to 80% of our own thoughts are negative, 95% are on repeat. I mean, we're our own worst enemy in our own head. And sometimes people just really need to hear that they're freaking amazing, and that they can do whatever they set their mind to, and that you have belief in them. So just when you think that it doesn't matter and it doesn't change people's lives, I really want to encourage you to just step out and serve people in a big, bold, glorious, beautiful way.